So this is going to be an example problem involving definite integrals, and this one's kind of complicated, so it's a good one to use to begin with, and we're going to start with simplifying it. First thing I'm going to do is take that divided by 2. I'm going to take that 1/2 and put it in front of the integral from -1 to 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite everything so it's a power function over another power function. So that way everything's written in powers with respect to x. So from here I'm going to do some simplifying with the division. I'm going to do x over x to the 1/3, and then I'm going to subtract off x squared by x to the 1/3. Here I'm going to simplify, so we have x to the first over x to the 1/3. You can subtract the exponents there, and you would get x to the 2/3 minus, okay, then when you do 2 minus 1/3, you're going to have x to the 5/3 power. Okay, now we can use reverse power rule for this problem, so we still have the 1/2 here. And then we're going to do the antiderivative of this x to the 2/3. You're going to end up with 3/5 x to the 5/3 minus 3/8 x to the 8/3. And we're integrating that from -1 to 1. Okay, now real quick, just to show you what I did. When I added 1 to this power right here, so I took this 2/3 right there, and I added 1 to it, which is the same thing as doing 2/3 plus 3/3. So that's where you get the 5/3 from. Now normally you're dividing by 5/3, but since it's a fraction, I just multiply by the reciprocal, so you get 3/5. Same thing happened over here with the 8/3 and the 3/8, just so you know where all those numbers came from. All right, from here I'm going to first plug the 1 in to this whole thing right here. Still have the 1/2 in front, so I'm going to take that out here. When you plug in 1, you're going to get 3/5 minus 3/8. Put that in parentheses, so that's the first one here. Now we're going to put the -1 in. Okay, so subtracted. Okay, -1 to the 5/3 is still going to be -1, so you're going to get -3/5 for this one. An easy way to do that is just think -1 to the 5th power, and then you do the cube root of it. Well, -1 to the 5th power is -1, so you're just doing the cube root of -1, which is also -1. Easiest way probably to do it is just to know that this top number right here is odd, so it's going to be -1. This top number here, the 8, is even. So now when you plug the -1 in, it's going to be +1, so it'll just be minus 3/8 here like this. Okay, so we have some fun fractions to simplify. If you simplify all those fractions, you should end up with the following: 3/5 as your final answer. So this is an example problem involving definite integrals. If you have any questions about anything in this video, let me know.